Your second house is the kitchen of your life. Just the way your kitchen has ingredients to make good food, your second house shows the ingredients and tools you possess to make the life you want for yourself. See, your third house is your effort and your execution. So, anybody who has good resources, good ingredients, their life can be more effortless, their execution can be better and more rewarding. Now, how many times have you seen a person who looks very attractive, very intelligent, but the second they start speaking, you want to run in the opposite direction? That is the difference between their first and their second house. See, it's very important for you to understand your second house because it's first from the first, which means that it plays a very big role in your identity. If your first house is your first name, your second house is your surname, your family name. So I have the best example to explain this because in my university, there was a guy who would not stop talking about how he only flies first class, his family's business back in Karnataka when we are literally in the UK. He would leave no stone unturned to showcase his purchasing power to his friends. And I told them, don't take all of this so personally, rather have empathy for him because he was so insecure of not achieving anything himself in life. He was so insecure of his height that the only way he could derive an identity, a sense of self, was through his second house, his family's accumulation. But this second house identity is not always bad. It's a part of us. Our possessions really define us in today's time. In fact, many physically disabled people get a push from their family or their family's resources. Look at Hitler. He didn't have a commanding presence at all, but his speech shook nations. It triggered people. So second house is both your wealth and speech. Second house is also your family's speech, tradition and values. So in my family, my parents have always addressed me and everyone around me as aap, but in many families, it's very common to say tu or tum, but I find it pretty disrespectful because that's not what I have heard since a young age. So these are your subjective family values. Second house is how your family members talk to each other at the dining table. So known industrialist had come to me for a reading for his child and he had got his son along. So during our discussion, he picked up his phone and he was abusing some employee, and I told him, don't ever do this in front of your son because he will pick up on it very fast. And he himself told me that he has been called to his child's school because sometimes his child has used abusive language in the school. You must have heard the saying, अच्छे घर के बच्चे ऐसी बातें नहीं करते. That comes from the same connection between the family and speech. Most importantly, your second house is 10th from your 5th house, which means it's the future of your children, the actions of your children and their profession. So every time you don't spend mindfully, you waste your family's resources, you're depleting your children of a good career, of good resources. Second house is all your accumulation, so it also includes what you consume on a daily basis, what you put inside your body. With Malefics here, I've seen so many people who have bad eating habits. They don't eat on time or they have a very disturbed relationship with food. In fact, smoking and drinking also. Always remember that a person who eats like garbage cannot speak like pearls because the same house rules consumption and thought process. More than accumulation, second house is also the house of sacrifice. It tells a lot about what you do not want to accumulate. Best example would be Virat Kohli. He sacrificed so many things to accumulate something new, something better. He completely changed his diet plan. Many times to get a new car, new house, you have to let go of an old resource. So it is a lot about leaving things, sacrificing. Second house is your mindset. Second lord placed in a good condition will always give a stronger mindset. Second lord in 5th, 9th and 10th, best. I have noticed that every time second lord is retro and not placed in a good condition, the person has a big mindset issue. It's very hard to explain things to a person like this. People who don't have a useful second house will spend their money on stupid, silly things that they'll never even use. They will pull up fights with their own familiar people. If a second lord retro person is not able to make money, their mindset is the problem, not the resources which they have or not. Easiest way to check that someone's second house is their own enemy. Firstly, they will boast about having possessions, but when you actually ask them for something tangible, they have nothing to offer. They are not resourceful people, or they have bad accumulation and consumption habits. Secondly, they think that their communication is very blunt, but they don't even know that they can't even do basic communication exchange. They can't even greet people properly. Third, if you see someone's children are extremely ill-mannered, they don't have good habits, that is also coming from the parent's second house. In fact, I can say this openly that many families who've come to me who are in a profession that is not having ethically sourced products or in pesticide related work where there is some form of cruelty, they have faced issues in conceiving or having fights with their children. This house is commonly called the house of wealth, but do you know it's also a maruka, and I so believe that the more you possess, you get possessed by your own things. Accumulation comes with liabilities. This is also the house of rasa, so if you want to check who has the strongest second house, go with your friends to a restaurant, order the same item from the menu and check how many ingredients each person can name. Second house is all a tangible thing, so if your second house is strong, always go out, touch and feel the things you want to buy, and that is how you will manifest them.